But yeah, it's a Monday. It's on a Saturday because guess what? Real life happens. But hey, we want to give you the show that is a show because after all, this is the show that is the show. It's the only show that is the show that you should be seeing at any time because it is the show of shows.
I think you said sheeing.
I did. So I was trying to say show, and I'm saying sheeing. So yeah,
it's a tongue twister. Tongue twister.
Tongue twister. All right.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you.
Here we go. This week, the Trinity MMO Show. That is right. Daily quest from your game masters. Main story quest is about. Oh crap! I didn't put it in notes here. Let me try this again.
Again. Start it from the top. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying. Okay, I'll just turn off my mic.
You're good. This week on Trinity MMO Show, daily quest from your game masters, your mainline story quest. Oh my gosh, world bosses. Which is the best one to ever take down? Okay, your escort quest. Hey, how is it the best way to start an MMO? Okay, world bosses and world quests and world events, and yeah, us. Okay, so yeah, we're so glad to see you join us on episode 55. And we want to give you some good old MMO news and opinions. The Trinity in this show's title refers to a group of three closely related persons or things. In our case, it's a three of threes. We, the first Trinity, the Holy Trinity, being Christians, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Second Trinity, we're MMOers, okay? So we understand the idea of tank, healer, and DPS. No, not Hank, but tank. And the third set of threes is us. 1, 2, 3. There is Solomon, Jaziel, and Canthan. Oh my gosh. And then you count 1, 2, 3. There's a three of threes, and your Trinities coming out all over the place. As always, we have our MMORPG experts in the house to help you, guide you and me. Professor Jaziel.
Hello.
And our resident YouTuber and coffee RPG expert, Solomon SK.
I was laughing the whole time. You just couldn't hear me.
And then there's me, Canthan. Welcome each week. We quest with you with our top MMO news and opinions. And guess what, Solomon? I don't know what happened, but your video after streaming for a little bit did start dropping. Yeah, I know. It was good when you first started streaming it, and now it's like got the little blurry thing. So we'll have to work on that a little bit, I guess,
Do you mind if we just stream with me being fuzzy just for today? And
I don't mind it. No, we're good.
Okay.
We're fine. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
We can't keep working on this, okay? Technical experts, okay? So, anyways, let's go to putting on the tiles card when it comes to our quest. Yes! It is time for some quests from your It's time for your quest from your MMO game masters. We'll start with me because I'm not a master, but I did pick up some ideas that I thought would be interesting to you, our audience, okay? Whether it's J Freak, Godfuzz, who is saying it's not FFXXIV, it's true. Then again, he's not playing it either, so whatever, okay? And J Cube on alert. New World keeps pumping out new information. Did you see the HGTV-esque video on housing? Check it out. It's pretty cool, okay? So they're advertising housing in there, even though it's not quite the same thing as housing in other games, okay? SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic, its next expansion, Legacy of the Sith, is coming out this holiday season and coincides with the, get it, can you beat this? 10th anniversary of the game. 10.
You should play it, Dad.
I played the game from the beginning, and yeah, I'm not playing it now. All right, so we have something stolen by Jaziel. He's in my notes, which is fine. Sea of Titans was going. Sorry, I love that Jaziel said that. Sea of Titans was going to let folks try flight this weekend, this Independence Day weekend, but there's some bugs, okay? So it's been delayed, okay, but that's okay. But guess what? Hey, as we who have kickstarted it, with the expectations of it coming out in December 2015, patience is a virtue. And oh, by the way, Elder Scrolls 6, I know it's not an MMORPG. It is an RPG. Elder Scrolls 6 per Todd Howard. Do we trust Todd Howard after the Final Fantasy? After
Yep,
the
Final
Fallout
Fantasy.
76?
Nope, Final Fantasy. Todd Howard does Final Fantasy.
He said, it's good. I mean, he doesn't have this kind of voice, right? But it's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as still being in design phase. But we're checking the tech. Is this going to handle the things you want it to do in that game? Every game will have some new suites of technology. So Elder Scrolls 6 will have some additions on it, Creation Engine 2, that the game is going to require.
Wait.
Which, by the way, if you don't know, Creation Engine 2 was built for Starfield, which is coming out November 11th, 2022. So that's probably good expectations, but Elder Scrolls 6 is taking a while to come out.
I didn't catch any of that. Could you do that one more time?
It's good to think of the Elder Scrolls 6 as being in a design phase.
Greatest Todd Howard impression ever.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Anyways, that's all for me from my little knothole. We're gonna pass it off to Jazio, who stole something from me. That's fine. We'll go to him. Okay. So there you go. Your turn.
Okay, so yeah, I had to steal one thing.
And now he's done. Okay, good. Next up, we're going. I'm not just kidding.
Yes, okay.
Dang, Dad. Never seen you
that
so
burn was
so
really
savage.
bad. I'm going to have to get some aloe.
Apparently, Dad just really wanted to talk about what you're going to talk about next.
He might have, but
I don't really care because it's Guild Wars 2.
He's lying.
It is Guild Wars 2. So, yeah, I had to steal one thing. And besides, I'm normally the guy that brings up the Guild Wars 2 stuff, even though I have heard from multiple people who watch our VODs and watch our YouTube videos that y'all don't care. But I'm going to say it anyway because it's an MMO and somebody out there must care. I mean, somebody.
People are playing, right?
I know personally 2 people out of all my MMO friends. There's 2 who play it on occasion. So this is for you guys. Guild Wars 2 has delayed End of the Dragons to early 2022. I saw this coming. And I think that's fine. I saw it coming. Like I said, I think we even mentioned it last week that, you know, they've risen from the dead. I'm going to give them the break. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt that it took a little bit to get everybody back together, get them back here, and get going again. But it sounds great. It was supposed to come out later this year. It's not. I don't think any of us are shocked. Just even with just COVID in mind. But being, as I said, Guild Wars 2 was literally going to get buried in the ground and forgotten about like WildStar.
Well, you know, you could argue that Guild Wars 2 is better off than a game called Star Citizen.
Why do you keep... I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
That hurts, man.
Like I said, have low expectations. I don't even care anymore.
It's never coming out, guys. It's just never coming out.
No,
So
it
anyway,
will in 10 years.
Yep.
Like I said, low expectations.
I think my grandchildren might get to play it.
The Rapture might happen first.
Probably. So they had to hire several big names who left back in 2016 when it was kind of taking a, well, that's a little crude, so I won't say that. But when they were taking a dive, we'll say.
Eating chocolate.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people were leaving. They were jumping the ship like rats in a sinking boat, and they got a couple of them back. Colin Johansson is back. That's a pretty big name actually, and Josh Davis are back. So those are definitely some names if you know who they are. If not, Google it, because we got too much information.
How
here.
much money do you want? Well,
Yeah.
you know you probably couldn't afford it. How much money do you want? Give me $1 million for it.
Yeah.
Got it. I don't really get that. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It's ArenaNet. I'm going to say it's because they really love the game. Because I doubt that they're getting paid all that great. They're probably getting paid better than Blizzard employees. Cha-ching. But anyway, moving on.
Blizzard. Okay, that how do you hear it? Because we now been canceled because we had Blizzard canceled us.
I mean, I assure you all have seen the smack talk that Blizzard devs have been talking to Asmon lately. So it's going to be coming to me.
Is that because he's been playing Final Fantasy 14?
Oh, I wonder.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't really pay attention to it. I just read the headlines.
Oh, yes. Well, anyway, we can talk about that some other time. Some other time. It's great.
Dude, Asmongold is cheating on Blizzard? Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like he's enjoying it. So.
Oh, that's just even worse. Oh.
Yeah. So speaking of Final Fantasy 14, that's a great segue there. Totally unintentional, but we'll play it. We'll play it. They have a new high tier Battlefield that's being introduced on July 12th. I think I wrote that down pretty quickly, but I believe it's July 12th. And it looks pretty cool. There's all kinds of new stuff for all of you to do that are up in that level range. Unfortunately, I'm not quite there yet. But they also did make some mention, because a lot of people are waiting for the continuation of the Vicarious Resurgence storyline. It's coming soon. And they also, which is something that I'm looking forward to, although I've got a pretty new machine, so the game actually runs really well for me. But I know several people who have had issues with it on older machines, that they are going to, when that next patch comes out, going to be pushing out the back end improvements to improve performance on a wider slot of machines. Or slate of machines, including older machines. So hopefully that will fix some of the issues that some of my friends have been having. Although the biggest complaint seems to be cinematics. When cinematics are running, that people are like really having some issues with their computers, which is different. But hopefully that gets fixed. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm not quite into that in-game content yet, but what I did watch on the little YouTube video and whatnot, it sounds pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to it eventually. And the next thing, another game I've been talking about for a long time and have put money into, that's being developed by a lot of the guys and gals that came out of EverQuest. Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. They've put out some more news, including a pretty cool YouTube video. Visionary Realms is pushing out a huge preview, or did push out a huge preview, for the Monk class, showing off the martial arts class while the developers discuss how it's designed to function. That is on the YouTube channel. If you look up Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, it is on their little section of YouTube over there, and it looks pretty cool. As you know, monks were mentioning EverQuest because a lot of these devs came from the original EverQuest and EverQuest 2. It does seem to really call back to that late 1990s, early 2000s kind of monks play style that I actually enjoyed. I actually played a monk for a little bit in EverQuest, and it was fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I would encourage you all to go check it out. It seems to be another one of those games that has had a lot of setbacks and maybe it'll come out sometime in the next century. But yeah, that's all the news I have for today, guys.
Did the monk look like me?
No.
Get it?
No.
Should have, though.
Why would a monk like you?
Because martial arts.
Oh, I see. You're doing the what's it called?
See, you were allowed to say that, dude.
World of Warcraft had an expansion that was very Asian. It was called
Wrath of the Lich King.
Mists
Yep.
of Pandaria.
Myths of Pandaria. That's it. You know, I forgot about it. You know?
No, I would.
Sorry,
That
bad
was-
joke. Bad joke. I'll
that-
probably have to
that
edit that out.
Play style is something
Oh my
different.
word!
No, I'm totally not editing that. I'm leaving that in there. I have to deal with my bad jokes.
All right, thank you, Jazio. We will now pass it on to Solomon to see if he has anything intelligent to say. besides
Dad,
his-
of course I do.
He's
I'm
already
Asian.
paid.
I'm just kidding. Dad doesn't have any faith in me. I failed him because I'm not a lawyer.
Remember, you're
Or a
on
doctor.
you're on the sun list pretty high. Okay, apparently, according to all the other sons of my life, you know.
You
Because
could have been
actually-
you could have got your PhD and been a professor at
I
Yale
know.
or Stanford.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, you could have been a contender. Anyway, Solomon, what's up with you? What are you going to lead us toward? What is
we're
question?
getting banned.
I can't believe you didn't mention the most devastating news so far this week.
Devastating news so far, which is what?
Magic Legends is getting
Oh,
canceled.
that's right. That was not that. I mean, when I saw the email, because I had it, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Before you even start,
That's
you're
You're
Go
right,
ahead, Solomon.
man.
Give us the details.
You're right.
No, I mean there really is no details. It's just they're canceling the game. It will be pulled out, I believe, October 1st, was it? Or somewhere in October? But here's the baffling part. If you're gonna pull the game before it actually comes out, why even leave it up for so long? Like, why not just pull it
Good
out next
point.
week?
October, yeah.
There are people playing it.
Yeah,
That's-
playing. I played a little bit of it.
But why does
was
it
kinda
matter?
Entertaining.
Like, if you're gonna pull the plug, why does it matter if you still play? Just pull the plug already. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why beat a dead horse?
There's no reason to progress your character.
Right, exactly. Like, who's gonna miss it?
Some people just want to see the world burn.
Oh, I guess.
And
there
some
are-
people just want to keep beating a horse.
But hey, they're being
Until
really
it's
cool
blue.
about it. They are actually refunding
Yep.
every penny
They
back.
are.
They better.
Yep.
They better, dude. That's
I mean, it's free to play, but those
That's
people, there
fair.
are people who invested into it. Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
sorry, Solomon. It's your story. Go
no,
ahead.
no. It's fine. It's fine. No. Please contribute. That's what this is all about. No, but I'm like saying, like, they better refund everybody just because that's the rule, not the exception. Come on. Titan Reach, on the other hand,
Let's start all over again. Solomon, what question?
No. We have to start
outside
from
of the Magic Legends.
the
Okay.
beginning. He has risen.
He has
He's
risen
risen
indeed.
indeed.
Let's
Oh,
start
that
from
sounded
there.
even better. That actually
Um,
sounded better. Let's keep that one in.
Let's see. Okay, I'm sorry. So Titan Reach is a crowdfunded MMORPG that is going for a very similar look to Palia. That's why I got it confused, because those two games
enough.
look very
Yeah.
similar in terms of the graphics and
Yeah.
the aesthetics. Very simple, very, I wouldn't say Minecraft, but Minecraft has a very distinct aesthetic with the blockiness. This one's kind of more towards that World of Warcraft sort of look and feel a little bit, which is also very simple compared to the other MMOs out there. What grabbed my attention about this one is that it is a social skill-based MMORPG, and by that, what they're trying to do is make questing a lot more funner, if that's a word. It's a word now. So, basically, when you quest in MMORPGs, it's super boring. Like, you just go kill
Wait,
this.
wait. How long you been in the States now? Funner is now a word.
Yep,
it
funner
really
is that a word? No,
It's
it's
a new American word.
it's a word because I made it a word now.
I'm going to call you out because
That's
you
how-
say this.
I identify as somebody who uses the word
Okay.
funner. Maybe I
Funner.
should-
There you go.
Funnerist. Funnerist.
Okay, sorry. I did a bad job. interrupting you. Okay.
No, it's
Patriarchy, sorry.
Are you saying that I'm not a dude? Like, what does the patriarchy have to do with this? That's it. We gotta cut the show down. We said too much.
Ruined.
Sorry. I talked a lot so far, so I do apologize.
No, you're fine. You're good.
So I'll get this fast. I'll get this fast. So they're trying to make questing a lot fun.
More fun.
More fun.
There you go.
Wait, and so basically, yeah, they want to get rid of the whole situation where you what do you call it? You know, kill X, Y, and Z, come back, get a reward, rinse and repeat, and stuff like that. And so they're trying to get rid of that. I think that's it, really, in terms of MMOs. I have a bunch of other stuff here, but they're just regular MMOs. Oh yeah, and real quick, by the way, Phantasy Star Online 2 is celebrating its 9th anniversary, so a year behind Star Wars Old Republic. That's it.
All right. So, got Fuzz here in chat was just like, I don't know why he mentioned Hugh Jackman posted a photo of him and Kevin Feige into his story in Boss Logic and posted on Wolverine Pick. This is not a show about Marvel movies, okay? But about MMORPGs. And somehow Godfuzz is posting in something that maybe implying that maybe Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine with Kevin. I don't know, okay? But anyways.
There are rumors that he's going to come back.
All right. So anyways, we're going to go to the next thing since Godfuzz doesn't understand continuity. That's right. It is time for our MMO opinions, and it's not about Marvel.
It's not about Marvel? Marvel.
If you want to talk about Marvel, go to the Hear Me Out show on Friday mornings on Super Shadow's channel, okay? But, apparently Godfuzz wants to talk about Hugh Jackman Deadpool, okay? Anyways. Okay,
are they in an MMO?
I said no. They used to have a Marvel MMO, but they canceled it. So,
oh, did they really?
There's a DCUO, but not
right.
a Marvel MMO.
Oh, is DCU still up?
Yeah, yep. Still up. Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the question I had about world bosses. Okay, there are a lot of world bosses out there, and a lot of MMOs. And I just thought about this, like, what would be a good world boss? It's like, one of the things where it's like you play the game and you've always been excited about a world boss. I don't know what game it was, where it was at. So now for me, I'm like, I don't have a world boss.
You are the world boss.
I am the world boss. Apparently I'm the world boss. So take me down. There you go. I am the world boss. Okay. So I asked this question thinking I don't have an answer because I'm thinking I've done world bosses over the years and across many different games. But nothing stood out for me. They're just world bosses.
Really?
So for me, it's like it's one of the things where it's like I asked this question thinking there is no. Maybe that's your answer too. Maybe answer two is that there is no world boss that really makes you stands out. It's like just wherever it is. Okay, so Solomon, any world bosses you know of a best one that you would pick out and say yes, I need to do that world boss?
Generally, like on just a pure general level, I really enjoyed the world bosses in Guild Wars 2.
Okay.
Just having a bunch of players just like, goof around, gathering together until the boss timer goes off, and seeing that giant dragon fly down and you going in there and trying to defeat it for epic loot was pretty fun. But the one that sticks out in my mind is going to be the one in Black Desert. There's a world boss there called Vel, which is like this giant like kraken looking thing. And the only way to get there is if you have a ship. And you could get guilds together. There's like guild galleys that could house up to like 10 guild members or something like that. And anything more, you could use your own frigate or ships or whatever. And you go out there, and it takes such a long time if you're not skilled. So in Black Desert Online, you have sailing. And the higher your sailing level is, the faster your ship is. But mine's I'm only like level 5, so it takes me like 20 minutes to get there.
Okay, fair enough.
And yeah, you see a bunch of people in their ships and with their cannons, and right when it spawns, you see like a whole barrage of just cannon, the cannonballs, like hundreds of them, just slowly going towards Vel. And yeah, it's pretty fun to see all those ships just like piling on top of each other and seeing all those cannons just flying out and stuff like that. And yeah, it pops up maybe I believe it's still twice a week, and so you definitely have to kind of do some planning a little bit. But yeah, it's a simple one. Like before, when Vel first came out, like it was like this huge ordeal where you actually had to get guildies together, and it would probably take like half an hour to defeat. But now that a lot of people are skilled up in sailing and have better cannons, it only takes like 5 minutes to kill. And they didn't really increase his difficulty or anything like that. I mean, there's other world bosses in Black Desert Online too. That's pretty fun, but by far, I think that's probably the funnest one because it involves like actually, using a ship to get there.
That's cool. Godfather mentions Lord Kazik from the OG WoW. Your group will have exactly 3 minutes to finish the demon off. If you fail to kill him in that time due to lack of DPS, people dying or not dispelling Twisted Reflection properly, Lord Kazik will enter what is called the Supreme Mode, named after his yell once it triggers. Supreme Mode causes him to cast his Shadow Bolt every second. That's at 800 to 1,000 DPS on everyone, kids, and that means a wipe. I remember that. I don't remember that exactly as a OG WoW thing, but when you started talking Solomon, I thought of a fact that when I was playing Dark Age of Camelot, we used to gear up and gather up around whatever it was, right, and get ready to go off and to kill a world dragon in Camelot. That's the one that I remember the most, okay? Because I remember taking the time and effort to get the guild and the alliance together and going out and doing that. So it's kind of fun, How about you, Sergio? What world bosses do you pick, or think you'd be one you like to do over again?
Kazakh was a fun fight, but World of Warcraft had some fun ones. But I'm going to echo what Solomon said. I actually had a lot more fun with the Guild Wars 2 world bosses. There are several of them all over the place, and people just walk up and help out. You don't have to group up. You don't have to start a raid group. You don't even necessarily need to have great armor and be max level or anything, although you're going to get killed pretty quick if you don't. But man, it was just for whatever reason, it just felt so much more epic, and the rewards felt better for killing it. And because they adjust to how many people are attacking and the levels and whatnot, it always presented as a challenge. And being that the game is really Guild Wars 2, one of the things I really enjoyed about it, and ESO kind of does the same-ish kind of thing, where most of you do traditional quests, but a lot of things are just triggered randomly throughout the world, where it's timed, but on a really long timer, where you're just walking throughout the world and things are just popping up for you to go do. And it just, when you would see that announcement go off that such and such dragon or such and such person has spawned, everybody in the zone would be going. They'd be telling their guilds. They'd be calling their friends up saying, hey, such and such is on. Let's go get them. And it felt so much more epic, and you felt like you were part of the world. And it was really easy to get just absorbed into the whole fight, to where everything around you in the real world just disappears because you're so focused. And it, like I said, it continues from low level all the way to max level. It's always a challenge. And I think Guild Wars 2, again, ESO is pretty darn close too. They've got some random events, world events that happen that are pretty epic and awesome. Some of them are a lot more challenging than Guild Wars 2, I will say. I do remember Kazakh though. I gotta give Fuzz that. I remember Kazakh. That was really fun. And it also could be very frustrating because you would get random people that didn't know what they were doing. And it would just become impossible at that point.
Right.
Yeah. But
I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember Lord Kazakh at all. But then I didn't play OG WoW. I played Burning Crusade on, so I don't. I didn't ever finish Molten Core. So what's interesting is the fact that I was thinking, because you guys started talking, is for me thinking most world bosses were not really an issue with me. I didn't care about them.
Oh.
But what was nice about playing Rift or Elder Scrolls Online were the rifts. And outside all these things, all of a sudden you have these communal events where it's basically something happens where you got to take care of. ESO has all these these come down from the sky, these anchors, and it's like those are kind of neat little bosses to take care of. So they added, but they're also world bosses too. So I don't know. It just, to me, it's like I didn't really pick them up as badly as other folks did, but I'm glad you guys actually had something to answer because I didn't really have anything at all. Anyone else want to add?
Actually, really
Sorry, I had a
quick,
drink.
when
Yeah.
Serge Alzio was talking about like the community, like in Guild Wars 2 with the world bosses, like I just remember just showing up and dancing in front of people, and just like random people would show up and start dancing too. I mean, that to me, that's part of the world boss experience, is just goofing around like an idiot.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone. Sorry, go ahead.
They did. That's the one thing when they said they were going into maintenance mode and it was kind of aiming towards this just became shovelware. They're done. It's going to get buried. It made me real sad because yes, Guild Wars 2 has a smaller community than the ones that we primarily play, us three, especially here. But the community that they have, man, they are super tight knit and they are really helpful with each other, and it's just a beautiful experience to have to go into a game and not have the typical Crossroads type toxicity. Although that is fun from time to time. Talk about World of Warcraft there, by the way, for those who don't get the Crossroads reference. Yeah, Solomon's right. Were people that would just go in there and they're like, I'm too low level. I'm not even going to be able to hit this boss. So I'm just going to goof off and give someone something funny to watch me get killed over and over and over again. And you know what? It did add. It was funny. It gave you a little lighthearted something off to the side, and then you get focused back in because you're trying not to die. But it's just it's what an MMO is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be people coming together to conquer some big
Yep.
threat or whatever in the game, and it's supposed to be challenging. You're not supposed to be able to just steamroll through the game and be able to single player it. That's great that stuff's available, but I just enjoy when everybody comes together, and it's not just a guild, right? Right. Everybody is invited. Everybody can come. If you're level, 10 and you're Solomon and you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to go dance. Then you can still feel like you're part of it. You're doing something. People are laughing. It's funny. They're having a good time.
Whoa. You think I'm level 10? Bro.
Well, no.
Bro, I'm offended.
I don't know how. I don't even know where. I've got several max level characters.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
You guys out there watching this on YouTube, whatever, let us know what your thoughts are, what your world famous world bosses you want to see or do again, and what your memories are for them. So let's move on to the next thing. We try ever so hard every week to bring you an adventure of a lifetime. Sometimes we walk you off the cliff, but that's okay because you still had an adventure. All right, this week, I was thinking about this because tomorrow is Crowfall. Yes, Crowfall. The game that was promised 5 years ago in 2016 is finally being released. I will be streaming tomorrow. My colleagues here will not because they're not playing it. But it got me to ask the question. Okay, you're going into a brand new MMO. Whether it's an MMO that currently exists, like people playing Final Fantasy 14 now, haven't played it for a while, or Crowfall. What is the first thing you do? I mean, yes, I understand character creation. This is not about character creation. And I know there are folks who spend hours in character creation, getting their character just the right thing. I'm talking about when the game launches in and you're standing in whatever, okay? What is the first thing you do? Now, for me, okay, I've done basically the same thing almost every single game. Like, I just click on the next, I click on the person with the quest, and I go do the quest. But again, there are others who may do other things. So I don't know. That's why I asked. Razio, when you jump into a brand new MMO, what is it's outside of the character creation? What is the first thing you do when playing a game?
Cinematic. Oh, you know what? I like games that give you the option of doing a tutorial or just
Ooh.
going straight into the game.
Okay.
And when I'm talking tutorial, I want something that encompasses the basics of the game that get you started in every aspect of the game. I would say, take a little bit of, fighting and how to do dungeons, how to do questing content, even maybe go into professions and whatnot, and get people familiar with all the different aspects of the game. It should be, I would think, anywhere 30 minutes to an hour, and give people time to figure it out. There's nothing worse than being dumped into a game with either a really shoddy uh, uh, starting experience with a tutorial that just barely does anything for you,
Yeah.
or doesn't give you one at all. There are so many people that I hear that get into games. Well, for instance, Elder Scrolls Online and the Final Fantasy 14. So many people that I talk to say, "Oh, I started playing it and I just didn't get it. I did not know what I was supposed to do next. I was just standing there spinning around in circles. I had no idea what to do." And nobody should have that kind of experience. So,
Yeah.
for me, it would be you should be given an option. Do you want to do a tutorial? Do you want to just say, okay, you know what? I want to do this blind. Um, Now I know some games will toss in like what do you call them? Like tutorial. It's not really a tutorial, but they'll have little pop-up notes that what the heck is that? Okay. Um Sorry, I was looking at our notes and something silly is going on there. And now I've lost my train of thought because all I have is the face of a Tauren in my I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't like the little tool, the little notes that pop up, during the gameplay. Those aren't really super helpful to most people. A tutorial experience where they have a separate tutorial zone that is separate from the game and takes you through. Hey, this is how you use your skills and your abilities and weapons, and this is how you make items. Like I said, if they've got skills and professions and whatnot, how to do that, and how is there a banking system? Is there a auction house? Is there housing? It doesn't have to teach you everything, but just give you the basics so that when you get into the game, you have a bit more understanding what's going on.
So you're saying that you'd like to have a tutorial in a sense?
Yes.
Well, the
Yes.
option turn it off. So tutorials so you would jump in to an MMO, you want to see a tutorial. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You're gonna
We're gonna
hate
pause.
Black Desert then.
We're gonna pause for a little
played
bit. We got a raid from Partisan Podcast. Thanks for coming here. Gum Raccoon Regiment, apparently. Thank you, Outlaw Preacher.
They were
And
streaming.
Director 44.
Dang
And
it.
Guns and Knives and Evil to Hope. And so thank you for being here, guys. We are doing our Trinity MMO Show, talking about MMOs and giving you our MMO thoughts and opinions. So right now we are discussing about what to do when you jump into a brand new MMO. Do Worlds coming out in August. We plan on doing a World event. We are looking forward to it. We are going to jump into it whole hog. Idea is that when it comes out on August 27th, I think it is, right? We are planning on jumping in and playing it. So we plan on streaming it, the launch party, and do that. Okay. What's an MMO? Yeah. Fireside Podcast, that's what's called a World of Warcraft that you played one time. So MMO stands for a multi-massive online role player game.
You will screw that up.
Even though Hope apparently is in, I am in, so he's there too. So he or she, sorry. Solomon, you need some facial hair to hang with these guys. Stop shaving already.
I'm not going to say that
apparently
word.
we're going to cancel my son, who is half me, okay, and also half Korean, would love to, well, he would love to, but he can't grow a beard like me because, hey, that's what genetics does sometimes, okay? So Solomon can't. Asian genes, okay? So there you go. Can't then shave your beard and mail it to Solomon to glue it on.
Oh, there you go.
Ken is beard shaving his own son.
200 IQ right there, actually. Can't knock it.
All right, so we're gonna put this part on YouTube, right? But all right, so
it's fine.
Solomon, what are your thoughts? What do you consider to be, or what when you join an MMORPG? What are the first things you do when you jump into a game?
I first get a packet of cigarettes and some Oreos. Sorry, that's an inside joke. Because Ern's here.
A packet of cigarettes and some Oreos.
Yep.
Okay, apparently. Okay, so.
No, I bust out the credit card. Yep.
All right, so what do you got a brand new game coming out, say like New World, okay? What would you do when you first jump into it? What's the first thing what do you do when you jump into an MMO?
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like all the preparation for me, and I'm totally not answering the question by saying this. All the preparation for me, it goes before when the actual MMO comes out.
Right. Fair enough.
So it's like, like character creation is obvious, but I like when I jump in there, like I make sure that I get try to get all the exclusive stuff first, because sometimes they'll do promo codes. And they'll give you additional stuff that you can't get otherwise. I'll try to get my names, the ones that I really want, in the game. So I'll try to log in as fast as I could to get the name that I want for my character, because it's huge for me, right? And then, and if possible, if my finances permit it, I'll get the highest tier possible to get the exclusive titles, and exclusive skins for whatever character, because. Yeah, I just it's all vanity. I love vanity. I love vanity in MMOs.
What did Solomon say? Solomon, not this Solomon. Vanity of vanity. It's like a fleeting. Never mind.
Yeah. Isn't that in Thessalonians? No, not Thessalonians.
No, it's a Song of Solomon.
No, but there's another one where what was the book where it says everything is meaningless?
Yeah, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes, yeah, I think it says it in there too, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways. And so and then once I'm in the game, once I got everything squared away, I got the name that I want, I got all the exclusive, stuff that nobody else I wouldn't say nobody else has, but very few people have, hopefully.
Yep.
I just kind of just wing it, It's like, oh, okay. What makes this MMO different? And unfortunately, I haven't come across many MMOs where it feels completely different from other MMOs. And so, yeah, I just kind of wing it okay, what does this do? What does that do? And just kind of tinker with it and mess around with it and see what it is that I need to do in order to learn what the game is about, the gameplay, the stats and all that other kind of stuff. So, I mean, once you play a few MMOs, you kind of know how to play them all. Unfortunately, I wish I didn't have to say that, but it's kind of true these days. A lot of companies don't seem to be taking a lot of chances. A lot of companies just kind of do the same old run-of-the-mill MMORPG, and I kind of don't blame them, because it's a very cutthroat genre right now, especially with the decline of its popularity. But I don't know. It's just for me. I just do whatever I feel like, I feel like doing.
No, fair enough. That's a good statement. I mean, it's similar to what I said earlier. I first pick up the first quest and I'm moving, but I'm also want to see what the gameplay is. Like I try to mess around with the keys, the keyboard. I might try to go do some exploring around the world a little bit, right in the entrance area. If there is a tutorial, I'll do that too. Farzan Podcast says the first thing he does is create a username with his email, which is whatever. Okay,
I mean,
and then
yeah.
that whole Scroll Squad guys, they're just. Anyways, Evil to Hope says I try to find good players to play with that I will able to play with constantly, and consistently, and totally agree with that. That's why for us jumping into Final Fantasy 14 was to find people who can play it consistently. I mean, Gutfuzz it says he's playing it, but I haven't seen him on for a while. But Jazio's been playing it. I've been playing it. I'm wondering if some of the flavor, some of the shininess coming off on it. But then again, in November we have Endwalkers, so there you go. So I mean, I think everybody has their own way of jumping into a game and playing it the way they want to, which is great. I was just curious what people thought here. All right, so yeah, speaking of world events, tomorrow's Crowfall. So my friends here, my good old buddies here, are not joining me.
I guess we're really not that good buddies.
I guess not, So I'm alone tomorrow. Crowfall. I started this game many years ago. It's supposed to come out in 2016. It is clearly a little bit late, but tomorrow comes out, and I'll be streaming it. I'll be playing it and enjoying it. But we do plan on doing New World in August. It is coming out. The beta is alpha. Sorry, is canceling tomorrow. I think it is, and then going to go into open beta closed beta at the end of the month of July, and then launching on August 27th. We plan on bringing you a launch party and sharing our thoughts and opinions. You all can be there too. You can be in a Discord and chatting with us as we get ready to play the game. And don't forget to buy it. Okay, get ready for it. So we're going to jump into it and we're going to move forward. Okay, so we're going to enjoy that game. And then, of course, later on in the year, there are some other things coming out. Now, you could argue whether Diablo 2 is a MMORPG. Not really, but it's coming out resurrected. Out on September 23rd, so plan on doing that. But definitely in November 23rd is Final Fantasy 14. It's Endwalkers is coming out. And if you haven't played the overall series, this is the end of the story arc. This is the end of the main story arc. This isn't the end of the game. Okay, there are going to be more, but this is the end of the story arc. I'm like 18 quests away from finishing Stormblood. So my plan is getting Shadowbringers, and I know my son and his friends just loved Shadowbringers, the story, everything about it. So there you are. So we're going to be doing that in November. So if you have any other games you want us to try to play, any games we may have missed, let us know. You got to go keep up to date with all the MMOs out there by watching Solomon on his Coffee and RPG YouTube channel, because he has that updates for the games you may thought you didn't know. Well, games you didn't know that you might be interested in playing. So
that's the aim.
That's the aim. We have now completed our quest. We have cleared all the dungeons, and we have distributed the loot fairly and evenly within a certain respect. And crafting orders were already completed too. So now it's time to go AFK. Solomon, where can we find you at?
At the dairy farm.
Apparently, in where Solomon's at, he is on a farm, and that's what he does every morning. He goes out and milks the cows. Okay,
so
whether they might be actually World of Warcraft cows or not, I guess.
So if you guys didn't know, the reason why I was laughing like crazy a bit ago is because Ken puts up these notes, right? Awesome notes, by the way. I'm really glad he does these. Puts a lot of effort into them. But at the end, he actually puts "gone fishing" on the notes. So, and mind you, this is on the cloud in Google Docs. So I thought, you know what? We could go fishing or we could go milking.
That's right, you can.
So I put that in there and I typed "moo." And then I'm looking at Ken's camera and I see his eyes like reading it. I see his eyes reading, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Well, Amadeo, I'm going to say he does live in California, but no, I don't think he's making happy
that
weed,
was
okay?
so funny. That was the most funniest thing
I
I
always
could-
say you can get high on life, okay? You don't need to get high on anything else, okay?
Oh no, I can't do marijuana. I get suicidal, like legit. Yeah,
Okay, I
it's
wouldn't.
pretty bad. Yeah, it's long story short, I'll mention this really quick. If I'm on THC, I tell myself that I'm a piece of crap and I should just go delete myself.
Ooh,
Yeah.
terrible.
And then people say like, "Oh, it gets better. You're just being paranoid." And like over time, it didn't get better. So I'm like, "Nope. I'll just stick to my whiskey." Anyways,
So,
you can catch me.
Where can we find you?
catch me on Coffee and RPGs on YouTube and watch it sober. Don't watch it high. I mean, you could if that's your prerogative, but it's much better sober.
Yeah, where's my where's Yoshi? He has this all set up. Solomon
Salamana.
SK, right? That's not working. I don't know what is this just Solomon?
I have
Anyways,
no
okay,
idea.
so
Thank you though.
my
I appreciate the effort.
all right, so Sujazia, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Twitch Friday through Monday. My dog is shaking really bad because there's these rednecks around here still think it's the 4th.
Oh, that's poor dog.
Sorry. So
I just
Oh,
noticed that.
oh
shaking
man,
pretty good,
this
you know?
poor girl.
dang, that is messed up.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Anyway, yeah, Twitch Friday through Monday, 2 p.m. start time on the Pacific Coast. If you're over on the East Coast, it's 5 p.m. And then you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord, basically. And that's it.
All right, and you can find me, Kenneth, here on this channel or on Kenneth Live on Twitter. So yeah, thanks for coming by here or not. And we started this whole thing of gone fishing because our good friend Solomon does fishing AFK in BDO.
That's
Which
true.
I don't know if that's on his monitor over there to his right or
Oh
not.
no, actually, I have. So in BDO, you could train your endurance by carrying really heavy objects, and so I'm training
Oh
my
my
endurance
gosh.
on what am I carrying?
Never mind. Now he's training endurance. Okay, so it's not going if I'm fishing.
Yeah, see,
He's gone endurancing. Okay.
that's all she does is just walks back and forth with a heavy backpack, training her endurance.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for being here for the night and watching us. Hope you had fun. Hope it's entertaining for you. Hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. So we'll be back here again next week. Maybe not on Saturday, but we'll be around. Okay. So we're trying to adjust our times based on realities of real life.
Yeah,
Because
sorry
after all,
about
this is
that.
not our day job. Hey, if you want to make us three independently wealthy and stream full time, I don't think we'll say no. Okay. And then you can see us more often on a regular basis. But in the meantime, we do have day jobs. So tomorrow, of course, for me, back to work. It'll be a short week because today was a holiday. But yeah, thanks for being here. God bless you guys. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next week on another Trinity MMO Show.